Hello and welcome to another update video on FET. We are currently in a local uptrend here. The price broke above the initial resistance level we talked about just a few days ago. Okay, so this initial resistance level got broken. I've removed it now from the chart. I've already added the next resistance zone so that we know what are the next, let's say, obstacles that could be coming up here. And that resistance area is defined between 83.8 cents and 95.3 cents. So we're still dealing with both a white and yellow scenario, whereas the yellow one is the directly bullish one. That's completely unchanged. You know this one already if you watched previous videos. And in the white scenario, it's also basically unchanged. We can still get that B-wave pullback. Parameters completely unchanged. The support area here is between 42 cents and 62.6. Also here, this is a support area we discussed before. What has changed, though, is the resistance area because initial resistance got broken, but we only have a three-wave move to the upside. So with only a three-wave move up, we have no evidence as such that a, let's say, more substantial low has formed. No, we only have a corrective bounce, as it seems, which again I'm labeling as a three-wave move up at the moment in what I have labeled wave B. So I think before we had the wave B positioned here, I have to assume now that the wave B is still unfolding. Of course, we could get that one more upside extension. The local trend seems to be up now anyway. That's always, when initial resistance breaks, the idea is that a local uptrend is unfolding, right? Because then at least the bulls seem to be in control, even if it's just in the very short term. So it seems like, yeah, let's say a resistance zone is defined and the market breaks above it. It means that at least the pressure is up. Short term could just be, because we always need to be aware, it could just be a trap. And that's why we're also looking at the chart from a structural point of view, not only if resistance is broken, that's what a lot of people are doing, but Elliott wave tells us about the structure, tells us a lot about the structure. This does not yet give me much confidence that a substantial low has formed there, yeah, because it's only a three-wave move up, and the bottoming structure is also not super clear. So a break above resistance is only one aspect. It's not everything. It's only one aspect, So, yeah, I mean, what I am considering here is that if this was a three-wave pullback, right, it, of course, keeps the door open for higher, but we now need to see evidence, right? What would count as evidence? Well, a five-wave move up would help to give us some evidence that a more substantial low is in. 5 waves up, 3 waves down, but really there is no attractive setup there because we might just break above resistance and it's the 5th wave, which ends just a little bit higher, and then we come down in the B wave, right? I slightly prefer the white scenario, but we have to be honest here. In the very short term, the trend seems to be up. And as long as the market holds now above the last swing low, which formed here around 72.3 cents, there is no sign that wave C has started. Now, what we're now doing actually, we are watching if the market can put a local top in place here in this B wave. Basically, we need, as I said, a break above below the last swing low for evidence, and I need an initial 5-wave decline. So if I see an initial 5-wave decline, which is labeled here as wave 1, that's a micro 5-wave move down, and then a corrective bounce, which should form a lower high, well, that would set the stage for lower prices in this white scenario within white wave C. So this would be the short-term bearish pathway, A, B, C. And then from down here, we can watch for an upside reaction, a more meaningful upside reaction, which could send the price higher. But yeah, for now, there isn't even a top. We have resistance levels that you can watch now, especially here, 83.8, 87.2, 92.2, and 95.4 cents. And especially this area here could provide some resistance because this is an area in which there was quite a lot of trading here before. Basically around that 78.6 retracement level, around 92.2 cents. But the overall context remains completely unchanged. That's the update on FET. I hope you liked the update. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment, and subscribe. And if you really like the content, then please check out the channel membership. Thank you very much. Bye-bye.